What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling tonight, man? I'm Trendsetta Shady, the leader of the division. Y'all watching the Shady Show after dark. I'm here tonight with my co-host, Cassandra Shade. Cassie, talk to him.
Hey guys, how you doing? Good to see you again.
So, for those that don't know, just introduce yourself, reintroduce yourself. Tell them your name is Hove. No, talk
To
to
the OP.
him.
Hey everybody, I'm Cassandra Shade. I don't know, I'm a mom, wife, singer, artist, just living in love and light. That's me.
Ain't no doubt. Ain't no doubt. Give me 1 second. You need me? Okay. Uh, pardon me. Oh, I'm back. Listen, you guys, we're going to get this episode started off right. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know this episode of the Shady Show After Dark is brought to you guys by Know Your Roots. Make sure you guys follow Know Your Roots on Facebook and Instagram at Know Your Roots, KNOWYAROOTZ. Make sure you guys hit the website up at www.knowyourrootsllc.com. They got all your sea moss and holistic natural products. Just hit them guys up and make sure we're going to get into it tonight. We got some real topics on love, life, and relationship and whatnot. And we just going to have a real good show. So we in it to win it. Shout out to Pittsburgh. What's going on with y'all? How y'all feeling? I want to go ahead into this first topic, and I'm going to let you start off while I roll up. Right? So we're going to let you touch this one right here. Can a relationship breakup cause PTSD?
Isn't that a touchy one? I think it can. I think you can really be traumatized by, exiting a relationship, right? I mean, we all go through a whole bunch of things, especially if it was toxic and nasty and you know, girls show up and bust the windows out your car or, dudes stalking you and all these type of things. I think most definitely can cause PTSD and really transfer into other aspects of your life.
Do you think that's something that happens or that's recognized primarily amongst women, or do you think it's something that men go through also?
Yeah, I think it's a twofer. I think men go through it just as much as women do. I mean,
Mhm.
we see it in how men deal with women. You know what I mean? It's like, this person did me wrong, so now every woman after her, they ain't shit. You know what I mean? It's like, so I think men may kind of get it a little harder. Women, no offense, but women can kind of endure a lot,
Mhm.
and I think with a man, once you break his trust and once you kind of scold his emotions, which, is coveted so much, then,
Once you
they
break a
start to
man, that's
like,
it. I made
yeah,
it. I made it tell you because I'm a man. Once you break a man, you in that relationship with that man, you might as well just go ahead and do something different because you're in that relationship with that man and never be the same. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, I ain't even gonna say that. It depends on a case to case basis, but stereotypically or generally, when you're looking at a situation like that, once you do that to a man, he can't come back because our pride and our ego be so strong and it be so big that we can't even come back from nothing like that. What? Ooh, you a crusher king. Get him in, fresh out the gym, lifting 400 pounds and come home and he come home and his chick say, yeah, I cheated on you. He gonna crumble.
Mhm.
He gonna crumble. I don't even care if he just got caught cheating. It don't matter. It
No,
doesn't even.
it's the violation. It's the
Yeah.
violation of, something of his, something precious of his
Mhm.
being tainted.
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I've never with my wife, but I've been in situations where I was cheated on, and I never even thought about it. But uh, it does causes long term effects on you, because you like if you secure in your life and you thinking that it never happened because it never happened, and then it happens. After that, nobody can ever tell you it's never gonna happen again. It's nothing,
Absolutely.
nothing you can tell me. So what ends up happening is everybody end up paying for everybody penalties. You feel what I'm saying? Uh, I think that I don't think I almost could bet my last buck on it that relationship breakups, especially since we as humans have never really been taught how to break up.
Mm.
You know what I mean? They teach us how to fall in love and how to make a family and how to do this and how to do that. They never taught us how to break up. Nobody
Mm.
told me. I never got taught no way how to break up with nobody's daughter. I'm telling you, it's awkward every time. It's weird as shit. It's never
Mm.
like it's weird. It's a bad space. Nobody ever teaches you how to break up. Somebody
Mm.
taught you how to break up?
Not at all. But then,
Mm.
no one ever, certain things are like taboo, right? And they don't teach
Mm-hmm.
you how to deal with death. And
Mm-hmm.
essentially, dealing with death is the same as dealing with a breakup or dealing with a divorce. You have to mourn the loss of that time, the loss of that relationship, and no one teaches you how to mourn
Mm-hmm.
properly.
Mm-hmm.
The difference between death, of course, and being in a relationship is we don't know how to make that person understand what the issues were in the relationship and why you're
Mm-hmm.
separating, why
Right.
it's not working. We always have to make it so ugly so
Mm-hmm.
that we don't come back, or that
Mm-hmm.
that person doesn't come back, instead of
Mm-hmm.
saying we can make this amicable,
Mm-hmm.
and no, it just didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And being understanding yourself. I like to call it, an emotional reset. We have
Mm-hmm.
to learn how to emotionally reset ourselves for the next situation, and also how to close that other chapter in our lives, and really be honest with ourselves and the other person.
Let me ask you this. At that point, right? At that point, when we get into that point, do you think we still, if you get to the point where you can recognize all these things and you actually actualizing that whole reset, you putting that in play, right?
Mm.
At that point, are you still suffering from PTSD? Are you suffering or are you healing at that point?
I think you're healing at that point. I mean, it's
Right.
going to be a ongoing process, right? Like something
Yeah.
you have to continuously practice
Yeah, because
until you.
I'm sorry, sometimes people confuse suffering with healing. You know that, right?
Absolutely.
And sometimes people confuse healing with suffering also.
Mm.
They don't even know when they healing, they think they suffering. And some people suffering and they think they healing. You thinking because you going through all this that that's what you supposed to be going through. No, you are putting yourself through a lot of things because you're not removing yourself from different situations and you suffering sitting here thinking this is what you're supposed to be going through. No, some people suffer and think that's what they're going through. And then some people go through the opposite and think it's the other way around. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But I tell you one thing. When it all come down to it, and it's just me thinking about it. It's like how how many people, I don't know how many people paid for other people's shit with me.
Mm.
How many I don't know how many women paid for other women's you know whatever, like they strikes against me. I don't know how many men, you couldn't even imagine probably how many men paid for what that one man did to you. You understand what I'm saying?
No.
You imagine, because you got men that you don't even count, men that got turned down, men that never even made it past something he would have made it past had, you understand what I'm saying? Had them walls not been up. You get what I'm saying? And,
No, this is true.
you just never know, but at the same time, everybody where they need to be at. And that's, I do believe that also.
Yeah, absolutely. And then not only that, even if someone breaks up with you in the nicest way, you're still
Mm-hmm.
gonna feel crushed, right? Like, what did I do?
Mm-hmm.
How did I fuck this up? You know what I mean? I I can honestly say there's been I'm gonna say connections, because I haven't had too many relationships, but there's been connections that I've had,
Yeah.
and there's only been quite a few, and
Entanglements. Quite a few
yeah,
entanglements.
entanglement. I like that, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna say no names, but there's been quite a few entanglements where you break it off good, like, hey, you know
Mm-hmm.
what, this isn't working for me. Um, you're awesome. I wish you the best. I'm sure you're gonna find somebody that's great, and then it's like good and done. Prime example, I had this boyfriend. He was a sex addict. and he thought it was going to be safe for him to be with me because at the time I was a virgin. And so we're, we dating and stuff, and I see him down the harbor with some girl, and I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And he's just like, oh, this is my friend. He couldn't even remember her name.
Right.
And so I went home, and he called me so many times, and I finally answered the phone, and he's like, I'm so sorry, like, please forgive me. And I'm like, it's cool, it's okay.
Yeah.
I wish you the best, and I'm going to continuously pray for you.
Right.
That fucked him up way more. Or excuse
Yeah.
me, that messed him up.
No, it's cool. It fucked him up. It fucked him up.
Way more than me saying, "Oh, you cheating on me and acting crazy." And it's like, well, I didn't intend for that. Like, I'm not trying to hurt you. I want you to have the best, but I want you to see that you missed out on something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's perception, right? It's like, how do you take that breakup? For me, it might have been easy peasy, peaceful, even though you hurt me. But for you, it's difficult.
I don't know, man. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Man, I'm just that type of person where as though, yo, just give me the heads up. So I'm gonna get out your way. I'm gonna get out your way. Just give me the heads up that I need to get out the way. Don't have me on the weird shit trying to figure shit out. What the fuck? It's just being weird. It's like womp womp. Like, what you doing? And like, you know what I'm saying? Just holler at me. More than likely, I'll figure it out anyway. Because I really got a firm understanding that in life, everything gonna play out anyway. You understand what I'm saying? Who I'm with now is, no matter what we went through up and down this way or that way, who I with now is who I wanted to be with when I was a kid. And I pursued it all the way up until now. And I continuously, on and off, had it my way, this way, boom, boom, boom. You feel what I'm saying? So I just honestly believe whoever you're going to be with, that's who you're going to be with. You know what I mean? I love seeing couples together. I ain't going to lie. I love seeing couples together. People that's single scare me. They're a little risky. People that's single, you married.
Yeah.
People that's single they're a little risky to be. They just don't understand.
No,
they don't understand. They think because you married that you're no longer part of the human race.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, yes. Yes. Yeah. Or like you've never been single. Like you don't know what that's like. And it's like, what you talking about? But they also can be very intrusive sometimes on your relationship. They can be very judgmental and very intrusive. I mean, thank heavens none of my friends are like that now. Right. But I've had a few women that's like, all up in your space and making jokes and stuff, or don't know how to act around, my husband, because they don't understand that connection, especially if every single situation they were in might have been extremely toxic. Then it's like, oh, well, I'm gonna do what I want because I hold precedence. And it's like, well, I love you dearly, but this is my man, this is my mate.
Right.
So
I set some boundaries. I set some boundaries. My man Project, he made a good point. He said this, pardon me. He said one more time, it all boils down to communication, down to early communication. Yeah. And he made sure to put that adjective on there, early. He said, I'm gonna describe this communication. It's not just communication, just talking. I want y'all to know this is early communication. Early on in the beginning, establish boundaries, establish goals, establish, basically an outlook on what you guys seeing. Make sure y'all on the same page. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people in this world who don't realize that the person that they with is not who they're supposed to be with until they've been with them for majority of their life.
Yep.
And that's all because it wasn't no early communication. You'd be surprised how passive aggressive humans are, not just women or men. No, humans in general. Passive aggressive, very passive aggressive. We let a lot of stuff boil down. If we wasn't passive aggressive, then no group of people would have ever went for slavery, ever. So naturally, that's just a sign for me, scientifically, that you could look up, historically, that you could look up and see mankind is naturally passive aggressive. But if you understand you passive aggressive, then I think at that point you can start identifying your passive aggressive traits and knowing when you gotta bounce off of them, and knowing where you weak at and where you strong at, and then knowing where your partner weak at and strong at. And then I think that's where that yin yang coming at. That's where that balance coming at. That chemistry. You know what I mean? Everybody don't got chemistry.
No. And some people got a little too much. Sometimes this is really unstable.
Let me ask you this before we go on to our next topic, right? Take this comment down. Do you think that two people can make a household together and it be healthy and balanced if they aren't upon the same religion or same race? Like, honestly. Not even same race, because I believe people can have balanced relationships in different races. Let's talk about religion. Do you think people could build a balanced household where the household shares two different religions or more than two different religions?
Yes, I do believe so. I believe it's possible if both people, respect each other's religions, and they're also open to allow their kid to learn and absorb knowledge with both religions. I feel like, and this is just my opinion, I feel like one person shouldn't restrict themselves to just learning or being learned of just one religion. I think it's here on earth for us to explore every single possible text and every single possible culture and religion that everyone has been able to explore. So I think is very much so possible. I think it's very healthy, actually, if it's done right. Children will be able to understand a lot more different things, and I think they would probably come out of a situation a lot better than, say, if a one household was just had one religion that they practice, strongly.
So, what happens when you have, because it happens commonly, it commonly happens where you have two people that's devout about their faith, but somehow, some way, their souls are entangled now, right? It's intertwined. They rolling. You got a Jew, you got a Muslim, you got a Christian, you got a Jew, you got a Christian and a Muslim, right? So what happens when it's Hanukkah and everything come out, and let's say the man celebrating Hanukkah and he teaching his kids this is what's right. This is what's right. There's no doubt in this. If it was doubt in this, I would never teach you it. I would never believe it. I will never believe it. There's no doubt in this. I ain't playing no games about this. I ain't none of that other stuff is truth. This is the truth. Because when you believe that, if I believe what I believe, I don't believe what nobody else believes is the truth. But I believe that you have the right to believe whatever you want to believe, just like I believe that what you believe isn't the truth. Respectfully, though, it's just my beliefs. My beliefs is not going to lead me to act differently towards you in a manner of oppressing you for your beliefs or persecuting you for your beliefs or anything like that. But what happens in that house when that Jew say, nah, only thing getting celebrated in here is Rosh Hashanah and Hanukkah and things like that. Ain't no Christmas popping off in here. Ain't no Thanksgiving popping off in here. What happens?
I think that relationship is truly miserable. I think it doesn't just stop with the religion, because our real characteristics, they boil out in the things that we believe, right? So they boil out in how we feel like we should treat the opposite sex. They spill over into our religion. They spill over into our day-to-day lives. So if a man comes and he's that stern, or a woman, if a person comes and they're that stern about their religion, and they choose to essentially shun or block out another person's religion, especially the person that they took under, the eyes of their God as their mate, then that poses an issue, because then it goes against your religion. And at that point, now you're in a conundrum. And I feel like that's a miserable, it may possibly end up being, or is already, a miserable relationship under the eyes of God and within their household.
My bad. I had to let the smoke out. I'm like, this shit. I'm like, this is fuck. I'm like, hold up. Let the smoke out. Hold up. My bad. Hey, make
Wait,
sure y'all
I
support.
couldn't even hear you. All I could see you going is like, I'm sorry.
My bad. Hey, listen. Make sure y'all visit the website for merchandise. Y'all see I got the long sleeves joint on. This joint sweet. It's all nice and silky. Ooh, 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 ooh.
Crazy dope.
That belt. Make sure y'all visit the website www.theshadyshow.com. If you want to support the show in other ways, you can cash at me at Trendsetta Shady, or you can support the super chat in the comments. You can donate. You can buy the super stickers. I'll leave it up there. Make sure y'all know how I go, man. Y'all know what's up, man. Make sure, you know what I mean? If you are into religion, how do you attract to other religious women? If you are into religion, your religion, how do you attract to? I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. He said, if you are into your religion, how do you attract to another a woman from another religion? Interactions. That's life.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're
That's,
not locked in unless unless you're Mormon and you on a farm,
yeah.
you're not locked into this one religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You meet somebody at work, you meet
Mm-hmm.
somebody at different events, different things like that. But one thing I can tell you, and this is what I strongly believe, and I don't know if you want to say it's on a spiritual level or Christian, Buddhist, whatever, but our souls are attracted to each other. Whether
Oh
you're
yeah,
meant to
no.
be to this person forever,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whether you're most supposed to meet this person for 5 minutes, our souls
Yeah.
attract. We feel those
Right.
energies, and we can't avoid it. You know what I mean? And we come across this person, and our souls speak to each other, and that's where that unity comes from. And then the next thing you know, we're in an entanglement. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah, and that's basically what it is. Let me get to this comment right here. The only way that type of relationship will work is if someone bends upon what they believe, bends upon what they believe. And no, I believe that's honestly true. Somebody gonna have to bend, because if in honesty you believe what you believe 110%, or you and water can't, it's not gonna sit right in the same container. It's not going to be of no use. It can sit in the same container, but soon some pressure get on it, or some type of action go on, you're going to see the reaction, and it's not going to be a pleasurable sight. And that's comparable to two people sitting in the same house, firm upon their religions. That's different.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at every religion,
Mm-hmm.
um, it teaches you, whether you look at Buddhism,
Mm-hmm.
Hinduism,
Mm-hmm.
Christianity,
Mm-hmm.
Muslim, Baptist, Protestant, evangelical. It teaches you not to be biased, or not to shun your fellow man. It teaches you love. It teaches you acceptance and tolerance. So even if you are devout in your religion, you are going against your teachings by
Right.
passing judgment on another person and their religion. It's inevitable. So I mean, it's unavoidable if
But
that's what you're doing.
see, then we gonna walk it down a little bit. I think it's possible until the kids get involved.
Hmm.
Parents get possessive about their children. All men, especially men that take care of their kids, feel as though their children is their children when it comes down to it. Any man that really takes care of his child feel as though his child is his child. When it comes, this is my child, because that's how a man's supposed to feel. We are possessive in that sense, but when it
And that's
comes
not,
down to it,
yeah.
I think if it's just a man and a woman, it's okay. But now drop another drop in there. Let's see what goes on. Let's see if it disrupts or it just goes back to regular. Drop a baby in there. Cool. Shit might be cool. Drop. Drop two babies in there. Maybe let's say the female let the male have his way with the child, the first child, right? The second child come. She want to have her way. She don't want to name the child how he want to name the child. She don't want to do this. She's like, I carried this child. I want to raise this child like this, and you got that child right there. It's too many opportunities for division in a house that's already divided.
And that's the issue, because
Right.
now, now you're not teaching love and light anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And like we said, in every religion, you're still teaching that tolerance, you're still teaching that acceptance, you're still teaching that love. And so
Mm-hmm.
now you've moved outside of your religion. Now you're moving in the realm of possessiveness. You're moving in the realm of being egotistical. You're moving in the realm of destruction, because now you're not only breeding the seed of destruction into your relationship because you're not breeding love. Now you're breeding the seed of destruction into your children, because one, you're viewing them as a possession.
Mm-hmm.
Two, you're not allowing them the freedom to take in that love and that light, but also to decide, hey, am I floating towards this way or am I floating towards that way? They can learn two religions just like they can learn two languages. But now we're in the realm of pushing out all of your teachings and just pushing in, this is what I know.
My man Rob said something on the side. I wanted that. He said more conflict ending with PTSD.
Thank you, Rob.
You're looking proud. Hey, listen. So check this out. Check this out, right? Think about this. I want to run a scenario with you. I don't want you to think too hard on it. I just want you to tell me the truth.
Okay.
You and your children and your husband, you're all on the roof. Your children in the middle of the roof. Your husband on one edge, you on the other edge. You know for sure that you on the right edge in life. No matter what your husband on, you know what edge you on in life. And you know that's the safe edge. That's the best edge. It's no doubt about it. Because if it wasn't, you wouldn't be on that edge. Right? Your husband is calling the kids to his edge. When you know what's over his edge is destruction. Because you believe what you believe and you tolerated it because it was your husband.
Mm-hmm.
Now your husband's calling them to his side of the roof. And you know what's on his side of the roof. Ain't no net down there, baby. Ain't no trampoline. What you doing? How you proceeding at that point?
I'm gonna call my kids.
You
But
gonna
if they
call them or
come,
you gonna jump down and run and go get them?
I'm gonna call my kids.
You gonna call them or you gonna jump? You gonna give them the option to go destroy themselves? That's an option in your head. That's an option because you know.
It's an option, but the truth of the matter is, and this is how I feel. I don't know how y'all gonna take it, but
It's your truth.
it's my truth. I love
Yes.
my kids to death, but I am not going to force them. I cannot forcefully save their lives.
Right.
They have to make the decision to save their lives. And especially when it comes to religion, I
And
can
I
share with you what I know. I can't tell you it's law. I can't tell you this is what it is. I can share with you what I know. It is up to you to make that decision, whether you want to leap over into the other edge and see what that's about, or if you
right.
want to stay on mommy's side and see where that lands you. It's their decision.
You heard what you said? Oh, mommy's side. Oh, mommy's side. Daddy's side or mommy's side. There's already a division in from the beginning. So the real question is this. Are you willing to end up in a household and look up? You are the only one that believe what you believe and enjoy what you believe the way you enjoy it. You get what I'm saying? I mean, I think it's possible, but what type of quality of life is a person going to enjoy at that point in time?
You know what I can tell you at this point in time. When I came into my marriage,
Mm-hmm.
I was firm firm Baptist. Okay.
Right.
Couldn't really tell you what the hell that entails, but that's what I was. I was a firm Baptist.
I
And
was
my
trying to figure it out. I was stuck for a second.
husband,
The
I
first
was
thing that came in my head was John Baptist.
no, it's,
Okay.
I was up in the church hollering, hooping and screaming, Holy Ghost,
Right.
all of it. I was a firm Baptist. And before we even got married, I asked my husband, I said, what is your religious belief? And he was like, well, I don't have a religion. I don't believe in religion. I consider myself to be a spiritual person. I know there is a higher power. I don't call him God. And I said, okay, all right, well, you feel what you feel. But at the end of the day, I know what my spirit tells me. My spirit tells me you are the one. So we're gonna make this work.
Mm-hmm.
Raising my kids, before you go to sleep, you pray to God. You do this. We sit at the table, we all pray. Husband don't pray. He'll bow his head, he'll say thank you. But it's not that, our Father in heaven, all that good jazz. I cannot tell you where he's at on his spiritual journey, but I can tell you that I am no longer a Baptist. I search different religions and I gain my own knowledge based on that. I would consider myself to be a very spiritual person. And I also believe that there is a higher power. And I do, if for all intents and purposes, I do call him God. I do say God, but I do believe there is a higher power. I do believe we work on energies. We are different at different stages in our spiritual journeys, but
Right.
we still have one goal. And our goal is to teach love and to teach light to our children and
Mm-hmm.
not to restrict them in their search to
Mm-hmm.
find that love and that light. That is where we come together. And that's why we do not have conflict in our household based upon religion or based upon our beliefs, because we feel like as long as there's love and as long as there's light and as long as there's honesty, then we can't fail.
In this life.
Yeah, in this life, and
And
who
I want to
knows
say,
about the next?
who knows about the next? I want to say this. Listening to you, what I could gather from everything you said is this: two people existed in a household with two different religions or two different religious beliefs, and they were they were able to exist in their household because they weren't like strict on what they believed in themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, I think the trade off for what we were speaking about, the trade off, and you said it about 4 or 5 times, is the trade off went from the rules and regulations from you being Baptist and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, that was the trade off to exchanging it for agreement of, listen, as long as it's love, light, and happiness, everything else goes. It's cool. We cool with that. And that was the trade off. So in that instance, I can see how two different religions can exist in the same home, because over time it became just one. You make the same statement as your husband, so it's not two different religions in you guys'
Yeah.
household anymore. It's
Mm-hmm.
just a firm. It's just a foundational belief, a firm foundational belief of a higher power, and the goal in your house is love, happiness, and light. And if that's working for you, that's amazing. That's good. And I mean, shit, I want love, light, and happiness in my house too. I get it. For however you go to get yours, you know what I mean. And that's another point I wanted to make too. We all on a journey in life. You know, I don't really believe you could take every route to get there.
Right.
To get wherever you going, you got to pick a route and you got to run that route. You understand what I'm saying? You got to
That's
pick a route and you got to run that route. That's what I really believe. So we talked about that, right? And that wasn't even on the topic, but we definitely touched on that. I'm gonna start this one off. Is it okay for a female to be the sole breadwinner in the family? No. It's not. It's not. It's
I
not.
think it is. I think it is if there's mutual respect. I
Let me
think
tell you. Let me tell you why it's not. Right?
okay.
Because it should never exist in a man the inclination to not get up and go get. Even if him going to get is assisting his wife and getting the bag, he should have a position, and his position should be viable. It should be a
Mm.
real working position, not just in title only. Title only. He should be out there earning his keep. He should never have an inclination in his body to ever just lay down and say, "Okay, it's cool, she got it."
What if you got kids and you can't afford daycare, and or maybe you just don't want to kick out that hundreds of dollars for daycare, and right now the wife is making the most money, so it's like, okay, I'll take the hit.
What? My mom and them gonna watch him. Fuck it. What? My sister.
Some people don't have that. Some people don't have that. Some people
If
is like
like, all right, if
moving
it's
to
one of
a
them
different city, country.
if it's one of them situations, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say it's like this. It says one of them situations where he can't get a job and she holding it down right now, and because how it's situated, he can't move around. Then at that point, you don't. It's not no ego thing. It's a reality. It's a priority thing.
Yeah.
You do what you need to do, because ultimately you do what you make the decisions you need to make for your family to survive, right? But just laying down and not doing nothing because she's doing everything is never an option for me.
Mm-hmm.
That part is never an option for me. That's why she can't be the sole breadwinner. Cause I want to be able, even if I don't bring $1 in, I want to be able to contribute so much to the relationship that when it's all said and done, I want to be able to say, yeah, but none of that would have been able to happen if I ain't do all this.
Mm.
You was doing what you needed to do. I was doing what I needed to do too.
Mm.
But far as just like turning into a whole fucking nanny out here, like
But you know
you know
what?
how many dads is babysitters? You know how many
Yeah.
dad they say I'm babysitting my kid. I'm watching my kids right quick, bro. I'm gonna call you back. You watching them? The fuck?
And I
Nah.
don't think that's a thing. I don't believe if you're a father, I don't believe you're able to be a babysitter unless you're babysitting somebody else's kid. But I do
Huh?
feel like, if you're in that situation, I see a lot of instances where it really had humbled the man to be in that position.
Right.
Um a lot of guys feel like, okay, I go to work, I come home, I pay all the bills, and that's all I have to do. You know
Right.
what I mean? I don't gotta, lift a finger. Baby girl
Right.
got that. You know what I mean? For a while, me and my husband was going through that where he worked 6 days a week, sometimes 10, 12 hours a day, and he would come home and he want to unwind, he want to do his thing, and I'm like, all right, cool, that's gravy. But that's when I was a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
Now I have two jobs and I'm doing stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure you eat, but sometimes some clothes not gonna get washed every single week, or this is gonna get dirty, or that's gonna get dirty. You're not always gonna
Right.
come home to a house that's completely spotless. I need your help, and it's like if you have to pick one. You're either gonna meet me in the middle, and I understand you work like a dog, but you're gonna meet me in the middle because now I'm working like a dog too. And so I've seen relationships where the husband or the boyfriend or whatever you want to call it, the partner, they pretty much had to be sat down to understand everything that went into running a household,
Right.
everything that went into solely raising those kids, not just, having that other partner. Because, when the guys go to work, or the dominant, let's say the dominant breadwinner partner goes to work, and they get to come home and they get to relax. They only had a portion of that child or children. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So sometimes they got to be set down on their feet. I think it's okay to experience that at some point in your life. It doesn't mean you're less than. This means you need to just be sat down.
I ain't gonna lie. I probably out of a week, if my wife go to work 5 days, probably like 4 days out of the week, as soon as she walk in the door, I'm asking, what we eating tonight? I do. I'm guilty. I'm definitely guilty like a motherfucker. I would be it. I would be it. But I will listen. When I get in my mood, I cook, I clean, I do all that shit. But I'm thinking right now, and I'm thinking about a master plan. And I can't do that shit right now. I'm thinking of a master plan. Even if I'm sitting back not doing nothing. Right now I'm just thinking of a master plan. I'm trying to figure this shit out. I know my
You rock
niggas
him
out
in
there.
that
Hey, I know everybody understand me, man. I'm just thinking of a master plan. But
shit.
I don't think it's fair when if a man just living off a woman. I don't think it's fair to the children, or I don't think it's fair to the people in the relationship if they think that money is the cause for role reversals. I don't think that the stereotypes that's placed on genders is real either. Like I don't think those are fair either. Like cleaning, cooking. I do think they are real, but I don't think they are fair. Generally, women are better suited at those things than men. You understand what I'm saying? Just naturally. That's just life. That's reality. Like
Yeah,
women,
we get
a majority of,
multitask.
yeah, a woman could be pregnant at the same time she pregnant. She could be at the same time she pregnant, she still could be having the menses. At the same time she pregnant, she having the menses. She's expected to clean. She's expected to cook. She's expected to maintain the kids. She's expected to still be intimate and emotional, affectionate. She's expected to still hold the man's attention. It's like a lot of things women is suited for that men is just not suited for. You understand what I'm saying? Uh, so in the sense of just you being I think husbands have to redefine. We have to redefine our roles. We have to just we just have to understand really what is our role. A lot of us haven't been taught. We've been taught to go get married, but we haven't taught how to be husbands.
Mm.
Like a lot of us haven't been fishing. I think that it should be a prerequisite that a daughter marries a man who knows how to maintain things like she knows how to maintain things equally. If I'm marrying you to my daughter and my daughter knows how to cook, she knows how to clean, she knows how to sew, she knows how to manage the finances, she knows how to mind her manners, she knows how to do what she need to do as far as religion and keeping the house comfortable, and she know how to do what she need to do as far as keeping her family happy, then I want to make sure that I'm marrying my daughter to somebody that know how to fix her motherfucking car, who know how to wash her car, who know how to do all this cool shit. I didn't get the chance to do that. I'm just saying, I wish somebody would have told me how to do that, so I would have been wrapped all up better than what I was presented. That what I presented to with my wife. You feel what I'm saying? But if yeah, my daughter, she gonna have good credit. Don't worry about it. She good. She got a bank account now. She 13. She hard. She figuring it out. She got it. Don't worry about it. She got a little pocketbook too. She be going in that joint, swiping. You know what I mean? But
Mine too. Have mercy.
yeah, I just and I want my son to be that way for someone's daughter. You know what I mean? I want my son to be that way. I asked my son's mom recently, can you give him to me? He's 9 now. You had him for 9 years. Let me get him these other 9 years. I need him. She said no, and it is what it is. It's kind of hard raising kids when you're not around them. You understand what I'm saying? It's real hard. It don't allow you to feel complete as a person. You understand? But that's the hardships of long distance parenting and things like that. But these kids, I think that ultimately in the whole situation, it's not just about the kids, it's what keeps the balance.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what I think. What keeps the
I mean,
balance?
and to touch on the whole, having that experience and teaching your kids certain things, right? When I was with my mom taught me how to sew. My
Right.
mom taught me how to cook. My mom taught me how to properly clean. My mom taught me how to take care of myself as a woman. When I went with my dad did the complete opposite. I worked out on a regular basis. He taught me taekwondo. He taught me how to fix toilets. Like, I can install your bathroom, I can redo your kitchen. I can, he taught me actually how to be a contractor. So I was a contractor for quite some time. So all of the building and the fixing shit, that's what I came into. He taught me to be a well-rounded individual. As long as you know how to work with your hands, as long as you know how to manage your money, as long as you know how to get from the land, you'll never be broke. You'll never go hungry. You will never suffer. So me going into our relationship, there were things that I came in with. My husband, he's diligent.
Right.
He knows I got to go to work every day. This is how I provide for my family. But he's also a techie guy. Like, he knows all the whole intricate computer stuff. And that's dope. You know what I mean? He knows how to get $1. Love him to death. Can he fix shit? And that
he can fix the computer. Your Mac ain't your Mac ain't going down no time soon.
Yeah, he keeps all our tech running. But as far as fixing some stuff, that's on me. So you're right. It is what you bring to a relationship, and I think we do have to kind of start fudging the lines as far as these gender roles are concerned, because we've kind of been placed in these blocks even now in 2020.
So let me ask you this: is it okay for a female? Oh, I'm sorry. Should a man or woman disclose their past relationships?
I think so. I think
what?
I do. I feel like you should. I feel like
you motherfucking honest. I ain't even go. You hold up. Let me get my sound effects out for you, motherfucker. You too motherfucking honest for me. You not lying to a motherfucker sometimes. Like, too motherfucking honest. Please.
I feel like there should be a level of honesty. I feel like you should know what you're getting.
Have you ever been declined a credit card due to poor credit? Download Self. It's a new way to build credit and get a credit card. Self helps you establish.
There we go. It just popped on. You know what I mean? Good.
I think it's a message. It might be the universe sending us a message.
It's an ad. It's a fucking ad. And I want to let you guys know, I see the comments. I see you guys shout me out. Shout out to all y'all, man. For sure, I wouldn't be here if y'all wasn't here. I can't, for continuity reasons, to keep this thing going, I can't stop and say hi to everybody, but I definitely love all y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here. If y'all here for the right reasons. And I know most of y'all is, because if y'all wasn't, it'd be like 500 people in here. I never get geeked out about the numbers. Believe me, 5 is good as 50 to me. You know what I mean? But I
all of you.
Yeah, less is more. There's plenty of us. Believe me. But I'm sorry. Go ahead. Talk about that disclosure, Miss Honesty.
I feel like you should know who I've dealt with, and as far as numbers is concerned, as far as genders is concerned, I feel like you should know that. If you ask me that question, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna be honest about my number. There is no add 10 and divide by 6. Okay?
What?
I'm gonna be honest about the number.
Never. Let me tell you. Can I tell you something? Listen, you don't have to lie and tell the man you the virgin. He know you not a virgin. But please, never erase the possibility in his head. Never erase the possibility. What? You said numbers? One person. Listen, the thought of one person, I will fucking melt. Is you serious? I speak for myself and every black man and Puerto Ricans too. I speak for Puerto Ricans. Shout out the hoes, right? Shout out to the Puerto Ricans. I speak for myself and every Puerto Rican across this motherfucking country. You hear me? Every African American man and every Puerto Rican. Don't do it. Don't say one. Don't even say one. Stop. Stop. Fucking do that. Stop.
I feel like if I want to know and you want to know, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to ask you how many women and or men have you been with? I'm going to ask. And you
We don't want to know the truth. We just want to know we dumb enough to listen to your dumb shit.
I'm not a good liar. I am a
No, but then learn how to not say nothing. Just don't say nothing.
Somebody asks you a question and you sitting there quiet. They're gonna be like, "Oh, you've been with like 300 dudes," and I'll be like, "No, it ain't even that many. Come on."
No, you should say it ain't that many.
No, I've been with literally 14 people.
What the fuck?
I'm 33.
What the fuck is you doing?
And I'm married. 14 is good.
No, it's not, man. What the fuck is you talking about? What?
Oh, shit.
Huh? That's one every year since you were 16. Since you was that's one every year since you was 19. That's like one every year since you was 19. You switching up new cars. Stop.
Hold up. Pause.
All right, come on. We pulling off. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We don't want to know the numbers. We don't want to know the numbers. That's what I'm saying. Think about it. You said how many?
I said 14.
That's one. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt that you ain't double up in a year. That's one every year since you was 19.
Well, I think that's good since I started when I was 18.
What? All right, that's 0.97 every year since you was fucking 18. That's what I'm saying. We don't want to know. You got a lot of us. Now, everybody out there, you got all these people out there. I'm gonna tell you exactly what they saying. They ain't calling you a freak. They ain't saying. No, they not. I'm telling you what they doing right now. You want me to tell you what they doing? Right now, they looking at their wife cursing her the fuck out. You got 14 too.
Wait, don't cuss your wife out because I'm not her.
You got 14 too. No, you was just with her just now. She was cool. Oh, Shady got a co-host. Oh, she was cool just now. But now she got 14. You don't know what she talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I love your wife. She's amazing. Don't cuss Shady out.
But I'm saying, listen, let me ask you this. Honestly.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't even got to say honestly with you no more. Respectfully, right?
What's it out there? What's up?
I mean, do you care if a man cry?
I do.
You cool. You don't. You cool.
I do. I really do.
That shit wasn't even convincing at all. That was some crazy shit. I do.
No, I really do because I'm just learning to deal with emotions, but I do really care. I just may not be the best at reacting, but I really do.
No, they want they said they want the analytical breakdown. Fax Kellerman, his name is Fax Kellerman. Fax Kellerman want the analytical breakdown. He said, break down the 14 between what years did you come out to get strong? Fax is on fire, baby. Fax said, hold up, man. Run that back. We ain't just going to skip over that.
I'm not missing a beat.
Facts on you. Facts said, hold on. We ain't just gonna skip over that. Let me see. Hold on. All right, I got you. I'm gonna get you out of here. I promise you, we out of here. We pulling off. You hear me? We pulling off.
Yeah. Oh man, you're funny.
I got a headache. I got a headache in the back of my head.
Is there such thing as 2 for 1? Because then maybe I can bring the numbers down.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, if it was one time, it don't count. Do it.
I think not, right?
Yeah, if it was one time, it don't count unless they left it down deposit like a baby, a STD, a credit card bill or some shit, a phone bill, anything like that. If they left a down deposit, that shit counted. You know what I mean? that man come back collect his goods. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you mean like one time or like one person? Like, what do you mean? Like you just did it that one time with that
What
one?
what do you mean, First Cass?
Because I don't do like one night stands.
So you cheat, but one night stands not cool.
Well, I mean, I just haven't. They usually come back.
Come on, listen. How do you tell, or do you tell your partner you have been with the same sex?
I
know how you tell them, straight up. I ain't even a thought with you, but what the fuck?
Honesty is key, man. You gotta be straightforward. You gotta let that person decide what to do.
I got my daughter carrying it like that. Honesty is key, man. You guys gotta keep it real. Cool, man. Cool. You know, I don't know. He said it really depends. Young girls get taken advantage of. She could have had 5 bodies by 20. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Lord.
He not letting you live. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna he ain't even letting you live, man.
He's not letting me live.
He's awful.
Actually, I didn't have 5 bodies by 20. So
yeah. Did you ever go through a point in your life where like well, let's get to this question because I don't want to go too far. Get to that question.
Oh, yeah. I think it should be discussed if you've been with the same sex.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a heterosexual relationship, then it should be discussed that you've been with the same sex. If you're in a homosexual relationship, then it needs to be discussed that you've been with the opposite sex.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. What the fuck? I mean, on the flip side of things, I know we talked about one thing the other day in the interview, but on the flip side of things, knowing that, I want to ask you this. Would have been acceptive if your husband would have came to you and told you he slept with a man?
I don't know if I would have. I think I probably would have asked him like, did you receive it or did you give it? Because that's a difference for me.
Would it mattered?
I think it would have mattered. And maybe that's just me being, I guess, I don't know, ignorant to the whole situation, but I think it would have personally mattered to me. If I want to be with, I guess, like a feminine energy, then I would be with a woman. But I'm looking to be with a man, so that's what I want. I want a man, and this is my personal opinion. This is nothing against anyone else.
Yeah, no, it's a Shady show. I feel like after dark, kids in bed. This after dark.
You know, once you've been with a man, then whether you want to call it bisexual, whatever the case may be, then there's always that possibility that you want to go with a man. It takes a lot more gall and a lot more gall. That's all I got. For a man to want to transfer over into that realm and fuck with another man.
Wow. Why do you think that? I don't know. I'm curious because I'm trying to figure out the difference between 2 women laying together and 2 men.
I think it's just, I don't know. I guess it's just what society has placed on us. I guess you can say that. But I think it's just, it's just that, how can I put that? It's just a lot gets stripped away. When a man decides to lay with another man, and that's mentally for the world, right? That's mentally for society. Something gets stripped away, and so it's like more difficult. It has to be a conscious decision for a man to say, "Hey, I want to dibble and dabble and see what that's like."
Even in this day and age.
Yeah, especially for Black men. Even in this day and age. For women, it's just easier because it's, women and women being together is over-sexualized anyway. So it's just more accepted. I personally feel like if my husband or my boyfriend or whomever comes to me and they say, I used to be with a man, like, I'm going to want to know, like, were you on the receiving end or were you on the giving end? Because Sorry, that makes a difference for me.
Hold up. I want to give you a round of applause. You want to know why? Because you be standing in your motherfucking truth. Ain't no motherfucking doubt. Go ahead. I'm listening.
I mean, it makes a difference for me. And not only that, it's not even an insecurity thing, but it's just kind of like, okay, well, I have to make sure I'm satisfying you on all areas, in all realms. You know what I mean?
I'm bugged out right now. I'm really trying to process this shit. I mean, you would feel some type of way, but you're such an open, honest person. You preach love, light, and happiness, and I ain't persecuting you here, but I want to get to the crux of the difference between a man laying with a man and a woman laying with a woman. In my opinion, there's no difference. That's just my opinion. And my opinion is based on the fact that whatever sparks a woman to want to lay with another woman, it has to be the same thing that sparked a man to lay with another man. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's like, I'm just trying to figure it out. You know, would it be is it not so much as about him being with another man, but so much as about you not being everything he want and need?
Yeah. Oh, because at that point, it's like, if you're missing being penetrated by a man, I cannot do that for you. I don't deal with women, and I haven't dealt with women in the past to be penetrated by a foreign object.
Now, I'm from North Philly. This shit deep, sis.
I'm just saying, like, I've dealt with women in the past because I was in love with the female body. And when I got a itch, a taste, or something sparked for me, then I wanted to deal with the female body. I didn't want a female popping on a strap on and saying, hey, let's go, sis, because that's not what I want. I want to be with a man, and I'm going to be with the man. And so on the flip side of that, if you want to be with a man, there's nothing that I can do for you. There's nothing that I can do for you. So yeah, I'm gonna want to know, because especially if you're in a new relationship with somebody and the trust is not there yet, you don't have to worry about him just cheating with a woman. You got to worry about him cheating with a man too. So now the options is open. The whole world is his oyster. You feel me? So and it goes on both sides. Like if a woman goes to a dude and he says, hey, I've messed with women before as well, I'm sure he's gonna have the same thoughts. Like, no, I don't just have to worry about men. I got to worry about women too. Like the options are open now. So it really isn't him or his sexuality or what he plans to do with it. It's just, how does that correlate to me? And when you have this urge, like, do you solely want to be with me now, or is that something I gotta worry about? Are you going to have that urge again, that feeling again? Because we've seen where, bisexual people sometimes go from here to there. I mean, shit, sometimes I used to go from here to there. And so, I had to make a conscious decision that this is the person that I loved, to stay in this relationship. That's the thing that you have to deal with. Like,
oh, that shit deep. I'm listening. I've never been faced with those type of situations before. And I mean, that's the whole objective to the show, right? So I can learn. So we all can learn, not just me, but I'm definitely an inquisitive person. I'm definitely going to ask questions. You feel what I'm saying? And I want you to always be honest, because at the end of the day, we ain't here to kill nobody about their honesty. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to let you guys know I appreciate all you guys here. Make sure you guys smash that like button. It's easy. It's free. It don't cost no money. Hit the like button. Share this joint. It's all love. On the money side of things, we just hit past that hour. And y'all know past that hour mark, Y'all know I'm a smart person. I start calculating. It start costing me more than it's gaining me. You understand what I'm saying? But we got about 6 more topics. So if y'all want to donate to the Shady Show or y'all want to cop some merchandise, visit the website at www.theshadyshow.com. Hit that Cash App up, Trendsetta Shady, or support the Super Chat. Y'all know how to support that Super Chat. I appreciate y'all. We passed that power hour. We ready to go into overtime right now. You ready? I'm in.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let me see. Let me see. They had me on my motherfucking auction tip like I was just sold 10 cars just now. Real shit. Real shit though.
They've been on it.
I'm gonna get back on this, right? And I'm gonna get off it. I think the best way to tell your partner anything, it's just me, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I seen my mom hurt before. I seen my dad hurt before. I seen my sisters hurt. I seen my brothers hurt. I've been hurt myself. All right. I think the best way to tell your partner anything is with care and consideration to their conditions, because you never know what you could say to the next person that might send them off the edge. But with that being said, too, I'm just learning, day by day, even now, just learning that I know it's like fuck not saying some shit that'll hurt them. Just like you got to work towards not doing nothing that's gonna hurt them too. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I that's what I've been on. Like my life been way simpler. Like it's just been way simpler. I did something today I have never done. Me and my daughter went outside and watched the fucking car together, went to the mall together, just me and her. You feel what I'm saying? Like life way simpler where you just focusing on in your house. Like I'm just in my house. I ain't focusing on nothing else. I'm just in my house. So, I do want to say that the best thing to tell your partner anything is with care and consideration to their conditions, because suicide is the number one cause of murders, handgun deaths in America. It's the number one cause. Suicide, not murder, suicide.
Yeah.
So be extra cautious. We're gonna head into this. I'm gonna go get these 3 right quick. We're gonna put this next topic up. That's all funny shots to make them block. Or they putting raps in there. Can a relationship survive without intimacy?
Ooh, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why not?
I don't think so. I think intimacy is important. I think we learn the most about ourselves and about the other partner, the other person, our partner, through intimacy in whatever facet that may be: holding, touching, caressing, talking, sex, or, exploration thereof. I think intimacy is important at some point in the relationship.
Right. Well, I know intimacy is important, but I do think relationships can survive without intimacy. I think it's people that have situational relationships and they survive and they thrive for decades because they understand the boundaries of the relationships. It's people that live in separate rooms and they stay in homes forever. You understand what I'm saying? They stay in marriages forever. They got a lot of other type of shit going on, but the intimacy isn't always there. I want to give a big shout out to Kevin Falk. He just hit that Cash App on the support side of things. Hold on for 1 second, big dog. Headshot. I appreciate that, baller. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Support the Shady Show. Believe it or not, the Wake and Bake, I'm gonna keep it real. The Wake and Bake show cost me $75 to do every day. They don't understand that. You get what I'm saying? Like every day I do the Wake and Bake show, I gotta pay for weed, I gotta pay for backwoods, I gotta pay for gas, electric, I gotta pay for a whole bunch of shit to go get everything, and I gotta make sure it all runs. But that's not y'all problem. That's not your problem at all. I just want to tell y'all it do cost money to run this shit, and I'm gonna make sure we're gonna keep the lights on. I know y'all gonna help me. I'm gonna do what I need to do. I'm gonna go get 2-3 jobs if I got to. I don't give a fuck. Shady gonna trap it out. We gonna make this show bigger than what it is, cause it's our show, right? It's our show. Share this show with your cousin. Share this show with your brother. Share this show with your mother. Share this show with everybody who you know feeling it. You know what I mean? But I think a relationship can last without can survive without intimacy. And I think that that's becoming more common. The more we move into this social media age, the further we go into this social media age, I think actual intimacy is actually disappearing to the point where as though people are replacing I love yous, actual I love yous, and the actualization of those words with emojis. Like that actual, like I said that in one of my raps before. I said people tell me they love me, forget the part where they mean it. You understand what I'm saying? I love you too, bro. You know what I mean? People tell me they love me, forget the part where they mean it. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, at that point, you gotta really look at the disconnect. You'll really see somebody like, damn, man, you ain't called me in a minute. And their rebuttal would be something like, no, bro, you ain't see I liked your picture last week. You like, yo, you trying to figure out the correlation between them being in contact with you and them double tapping the picture they seen on a social site. So the farther we move into this social media age, I just think that the intimacy is dying anyway. When the last time, you know, when people stop buying roses in the sense of it being a customary thing, people stop, you know, taking these women out on dates. People almost don't even go on dates no more. It's like, shorty, shit tough. I'm definitely not taking you on a date. Date where? Shit's tough.
Yeah.
Shit's tough. And it's like they skip past that part, those intimate parts, and they never really experience them. Well, go ahead, I'm listening.
I see people at that point, like we're just existing, right? We're just existing. At that point, we're not even people anymore. We're just machines. And so I don't think that, I mean, I guess if we want to bring survive to its most primal word, then yeah, okay, a relationship is surviving, but it's not thriving. And I mean in relationship, because let me tell you something. If I tell a motherfucker that, hey, I ain't heard from you in 2 weeks, and they be like, oh, I liked your picture, I'm be like, you know what? You do you, baby, because that's not how I operate. Like, that's not how I operate. And
but do you see these things going on, or am I tripping? Do you see these things?
I mean, they're happening. You know what I mean? They're happening, but I feel like people can be, the masses can be so mindless that this is where they move society. This is how they move. And maybe there's a select few of us that's like, hey, put the fucking phone down. Like, my kids don't have a social media. I don't, you're not old enough. You're not, it's not there. You know what I mean? When me and my husband sit down, it's like, hey, baby, I want you to hold me. I want you to talk to me. You know, I want to feel you. I need to feel you. We ain't got to have sex, but I need to feel you. I need to talk to my kids. Hey, I want to hug you. I might cuss them out. Okay. You clean that goddamn room. What's wrong with you? You about to get punished. And after I'm done, I love you. I love you so much. Please clean your goddamn room. And honestly, if you've been in my household, you're gonna be like, she crazy. Like, she left. And that may only partly be the problem. But I need them to know at every moment, I love you. I care about you. But I still need you to listen to me and do what I'm telling you to do while you're in my house right now. You know, I don't want to just exist. So I don't feel like relationships, and that's any intimacy, right? I don't want to just exist in any relationship. I need to know that this is real. We are fucking people. We breathe, we feel, emotions are real and they're powerful. But I don't want to just exist, and I don't want to just, you know, survive in its basic primal state.
Me neither. And that's what would be happening. I'm just saying it does happen.
Yeah.
Me neither. I don't want to just like that. That's a cold, vacant, empty space that exists in. I want to give a shout out to 215 Top Double P. Headshot. I appreciate you for donating to the super chat. Not only did he donate, he came with a dope comment. He said it definitely takes a certain kind of mind to survive a relationship without being intimate. You understand what I'm saying? The Cash App is right here. My apologies, you guys. There we go, right there. Visit the website for merchandise. You guys don't just got to send cash apps, man. I actually got a real website set up. If you guys actually go to the website and check it out, you can get cool merchandise like this right here. Like, do I got my dog tag on? I believe I got my dog tag on. You definitely got to rep yourself. You know what I mean? You definitely got to believe. I believe in my brand. You understand? I would love to see you guys rocking my brand. I'm being honest. I would love to see you guys rocking. The Cash App great. The Super Chat's great. The merchandise great. Everything is great. But I would love to see you guys rocking this brand, man. That mean a lot to me. That mean a lot to me. My mom see that. My dad see that. My family see that. My kids see that. They see that. They see that. They don't see an obituary. They don't see a rap sheet. They don't see none of that stuff. They see a brand. They see a business. They see a company. They see progression. They see development. So if you guys could support that merchandise, it means more to me than just you buying the merchandise. It means that I'm doing something right. It means that y'all believe in me. It means that I can see the fruits of my labor. And I would appreciate that. For sure, for sure. I'm going to get to these 3 comments right here. What's up with the CMOS? Well, I'm glad you said what's up with the CMOS, right? Because me being the businessman that I am and the supporter of the community that I support, this episode was sponsored by Know Your Roots. You understand what I'm saying? And I want you to see this. I want you to understand this. And go ahead. This episode of the Shady Show has been brought to you by Know Your Roots. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook at Know Your Roots, and also visit their website www.knowyourrootsllc.com. Follow them for CMOS and all your other holistic and natural products. Shout out to them for supporting my business. Shout out to them for paying for the sponsorship. And I actually believe in a business. I actually support it myself. That's where I get my CMOS and all my other holistic items from. Actually, they got a Shady box on there and I get it every month, so I'll let you guys know that. But like I said, that's the Cash App right there. Let me see. Salute. I hit them comments up. I'm gonna get out the comments. Pardon me. See, that's what I'm saying. I messed up the continuity of the show now. Let me ask you this: can you truly love someone honestly if you cheat on them?
Yes, I believe so. I think you can truly love someone. I think you just don't have any discipline, any self-control. And I can say that for myself, since, I have cheated, I didn't have any self-control. So I think it takes a certain type of mindset to have that self-control. But I think you can truly be in love with someone and still give in to some urges.
Mm-hmm. I know for sure myself. And one day we'll get my story, but I know for sure of myself from my past, and we always open on here, and I ain't gonna lie. I talk about a lot of stuff. I don't be too comfortable talking about my own relationship and things like that. But this our show, right?
Mm-hmm.
For me, I know for sure. It's never been a day since I've begun loving my wife that I've never not loved her. You understand what I'm saying? I know that the more and more you stray away from what you got going on with your own self and you start looking over here and looking over there and looking over there, you're going to get distracted. You understand what I'm saying? And sometimes no matter what you feel about a person, it ain't even going to matter in your head because you're not even going to be seeing that person as that person. You remember on one of these episodes I was speaking about how, it'd be times I got to look up and I got to remember her as when I met her. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In times because life, throws so many struggles at us, or we run to so many struggles, indulge in so many struggles, you forget a lot of stuff around you. You know what I mean? That's you forget that shit, and then you go and do this and you go and do that, and it's not that you ain't love a person or nothing like that. But for real, I'm be honest with you, you really loved yourself more than anybody at that time. You gave a fuck about yourself for real. Shout out to Arshawn, hitting that Cash App on the big side of things too, man. All small and big, man. It don't even matter, man. I appreciate it, man.
Headshot.
Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate that, man. You understand what I'm saying? Where you at? Boom. Shout out to Arshawn. I appreciate you. Shout out to K Fault too, also, and shout out to 215 Top. Y'all, and shout out to Know Your Roots. You guys actually tomorrow, y'all sponsored the Wake and Bake Show. For real. That's how it go. That's how it go right there. That's how the Wake and Bake Show getting sponsored tomorrow. Basically like that. I'm gonna put some money out my pocket. Y'all put some money up. We met in the middle. That's where it go at. For real. I ain't no here trying to scam nobody. If y'all ever sent me a lot of money, I'm gonna deck this joint out. I'm gonna have some prizes, some giveaways, all types of shit going on. But just to recap on this topic right here, I believe that when a person cheats, a person loves they self more than they love the person that they doing that on. At that moment, you love yourself. It don't mean you don't love the person. It just mean you really, really do love yourself more. And you care about your own motherfucking self more. I think that's the worst thing to ever deal with, to look up and you looking at a motherfucker that gave everything to you or never ever did that to you ever, and you got to deal with that. That's some shit that make you never, like, I don't know. It's like, I don't know if you could ever really shake that. That ain't nothing I ever really shake. I walk with it even if I ain't doing that. It don't even really matter. It don't even matter. If I'm innocent or guilty, I know how I feel in my chest. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing gonna change that until I like take us and like make some changes with my life to show, like, to forever secure. Like, no, I just want to forever secure your feelings. Like, I'm making these changes right here. These changes right here. This is what I had to do. No, it was worth it. No, I fucked up, but it was worth it. You feel what I'm saying? On some shit like that. But other than that, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think you could just you definitely can't beat on the motherfucking level, man. So I agree the same. I don't know if we both saying that because we both in that position. We both been in that seat before. Probably we need to hear from somebody that never cheated and been cheated on. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't know. Me and you taking that position because of the position me and you had to we ended up in life. We placed ourselves in and placed our loved ones in. But other than that, this leads to this topic right here. Is cheating by accident really a thing?
So I don't want to, like, because it's not something.
Keep it real. Have you ever slipped?
I have never, like, slipped and fell into anyone.
Is it ever an accident? That's what I'm saying.
It can be impulsive.
No, hold up. Don't play these. You playing these word semantic games with me. Hold up. I ain't that high. This shit. It's top shelf, but it's just weed.
Look some more.
All
right. You're not done. Yeah, there you go. Breathe deep, man. There you go. All right, let's run that back. It can be impulsive.
Right.
Like I mean, you know, I've been in relationships where I've impulsively dealt with someone else.
Right.
It's not like then let's get this clear. It's not like I was with a person and I was like, oh, I love them so much. Maybe it was, I guess, a situationship or whatever you can say. But I've always felt like if I'm dating you, I'm single because there's no ring. I'm not married. But that's just my opinion. That's how I've always felt. So yeah, it's been impulsive. Somebody you may be out, you might have traveled somewhere else, and somebody pops back into the picture. This is a situation, an instance, and I was very impulsive. And instead of saying no, I was like, "Oh yeah, come on, I mean, why not?" You know.
But was that an accident though?
I feel like it was an accident. It's something you regret after it. Like you regret it, like immediately. You're like, like, you know what I mean? You're like, man, stroke. I shouldn't have did this. You know.
regret comes after many things. Regret
came after mid-stroke. But I'm just saying.
Oh my God. So let me ask you this: as a woman, as a woman, let me ask you this: if your man came to you and said it was an accident, what are you at? What's your questions afterwards?
My question would be, that means it's the first time thing that that happened the first time, right? Like, okay, yeah. Did you like it? You gonna do it again? Because if that's what you like, if you intend on doing it again, then it's no longer an accident. Then we gotta have a different conversation.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna look up at the sky because I know there's a God up there. There's a God in the heaven above. You hear me? I'm gonna call my mom. I'm getting out of there. I ain't asking shit. What?
You know what? You can't control people. You know
that
what I mean?
Shit would, listen, that shit will horrify me. You did it by accident? An accident? Hold the fuck up. You telling me I'm trusting you with my life and you fucking people by accident?
What? I'm sorry to laugh. Put it that way.
You better put it
extremes. Like what?
What? I'm trusting you with my life, my bank account, my keys, my security codes, my kids. You fucking people by accident. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Somebody's gonna get hurt. You understand what I'm saying? So
well, maybe not accident. Maybe it's just extremely impulsive.
Right. So it's clear that cheating is not done by accident, right?
No, not. I mean, not if you not if you're not quickly to get to. Yeah.
All right. So I want to ask you this. Question. Keep it real. What would you do if you found out your spouse had children in other places?
Oh shit, that's a different story. I think I would flip.
What?
I would flip.
Not Little Miss Light.
Listen, let me tell you something. Like dropping your seed is completely different than laying your pole. Like that's something very special. You know, what you do before me is a different deal. But if we're married, if we're in a deep, serious relationship and you decide to go have a child by someone else,
right,
that is a disrespect because your seed is special and you've decided to give your seed to someone else. You've implanted something that is made to give life into another woman.
Whoa. Okay.
That is disrespectful.
All right, so let me ask you this. What if y'all 6 years in and the kid's 6? Meaning they was right before you, but I can understand everything else because it's betrayal. But they was right before you, just never wanted to lose you, just never felt the proper time to tell you. But hey, I do got motherfucking 6 kids, but I take care of them. I got a 6-piece.
6 kids.
Don't even get focused on the 6. Let's say if you got one.
That's a lot.
You try to work it out with that nigga. 6 kids. I can't claim 2 on my taxes.
It's like, you know, how them baby mamas in this, because they be crazy. Okay, I'm just saying. I ain't gotta deal with baby mama with 1. I don't know about 6.
That's stress. That's big flex.
Hold on, buddy.
You gotta get your gun license.
Shit, who you telling? Nah. Like I don't know. Like if that was like before me, I think that would be an issue because now there's a trust part in it. Like I've always prided myself, like before I get serious with someone, like I'm gonna say when I feel like it's getting that serious, you need to meet my child and I need to meet your kids if you have them. Prime example, my oldest daughter's father, I didn't know he actually had 6 kids. and I had only met one. He only told me he had one kid. And after I was already pregnant, you know, I got a call from his fiance. Yeah, he had a fiance. And
yeah, a couple fiancés, a couple Beyonces, huh?
yeah, he had a fiance. And I'm like, well, I'm already 6 months pregnant. I didn't even know about you, honey. And then she's like, you know, he got 5 other kids. And I'm like, say what? And he had another girl pregnant while I was pregnant, but she was like a few months earlier.
It wouldn't be. His name wouldn't be happen to be LeVar Ball, would it?
No.
Oh, I'm just checking here. I'm just checking, just making sure. No. Fuck is this guy? Fuck is this guy? Genghis Khan. He got all these kids, man. This guy, man. Me, I think on my end, if I found out a woman had children that I didn't know about and I had a family with her, I would have to separate from her, because for her to hide her children, man, that's like, you just hid your children, like you don't take care of, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like, what? Like, it's deep. It's deep. This is a mother we talking about. Like, hold up, what's going on here? You understand what I'm saying? It's deep. So it's like, what's going on? And it's like, I don't know. Like you said, I think a woman's trust and a man's trust is I think a man's trust is way fragiler than a woman's trust. A man's trust is like a fucking wishbone. That shit break, you ain't putting it back together. That's it. A man's trust is like a spider web. That's it. A woman's trust is like, I want to say, like a camelback.
Yeah.
You know real shit. It's always the straw that broke the camel's back with a woman. But a man, I don't give a fuck. If you like too many men picture, that shit might get your ass divorced. Real shit. I ain't gonna lie. I got a lot of homies that, man, I'm like, yo, man, what you doing, man? Yo, you fucking swinging and shit about this shit? You swinging? You know what I mean? I done broke a couple appliances in my time. You understand what I'm saying? Real shit. But that come with the game. You know what I mean? That come with the game. I'm pretty sure you done threw some dishes too. I don't know. A woman got another kid somewhere. That should have fucked me up. I ain't gonna lie, man. I wouldn't even know how to look at her for real. But like, I don't know. How would y'all in the comments look at something like that? Yeah. You know what I mean? How would y'all deal with something like that? Like, I would, like, let us know. We're gonna go on to the next topic. Is it a deal breaker your child or children don't get along if your child or children don't get along with your spouse? For you?
Absolutely.
Even if it's not your spouse's fault?
See, I feel like sometimes there's some truth to any type of animosity that your child may have. You know what I mean? If you've exhausted all options and your child is just like, nah, I'm not messing with it, then at least have that respect for your child to, you know, to say no to that relationship, because you may be in that relationship and you may enjoy that relationship, but then you've also received your child's resentment. So now your child resents you because they feel like, oh, you picked this man over me. You know, I think it's just, but it's also delicate in how you introduce the two, right? You know, you have to make that a delicate transition. But I think it is a deal breaker for me. If you don't get along with my child don't get along with you, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. For me, it's the same thing with me. I want to put it like this, man. Your children should be like number one priority, you know, in regards to happiness and safety and concern, because they didn't ask to be here. At some point, if your child is so unruly that you can't have a productive relationship, adult relationship with adults, then this don't have nothing to do with the partner. This got everything to do with you and your child.
Yeah.
So if I was you, I would ask that partner to be patient or go through and try to go through what y'all need to go through to get help, or I would ask that I would just respectfully explain my position with that partner, and just catch that partner whenever I catch that partner. But if your child is to the point where as though they're just like to the point not feeling somebody because that's just their disposition, then that's an issue between your child and you. And I don't think a child should get in the way of your happiness like that. If you do allow your child to get away from your happiness, like get away with your happiness like that, then whatever comes from that is on you.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even, prime example, my middle daughter, she's my husband's daughter by blood. And so we were actually about to break up and divorce behind the fact that she was just like, I can't stand you. I can't stand looking at you. I can't stand being in a room with you. And
who? To who?
To me.
That's not your daughter, that's his daughter.
It's his daughter.
Okay, I get what you're saying. That's your daughter. Okay, I get what you're saying now, and I'm with you. I'm rocking with you.
Right. And she was maybe 3 when we got married, maybe 3 or 4. Maybe, I'm not sure. I think she was like 4 when we got married. But long story short, he was just like feeling like, okay, she doesn't like you, and why is it that she doesn't like you? And I was like, do you feel like I don't like your daughter? Is that how you feel? Right. And he's like, well, sometimes I feel like you feel a certain type of way. And I say, okay, right. Well, then I'm going to leave. And he's like, no, you're not leaving. And I said, no, I'm going to leave because I don't want to be with a man who can stay with me thinking that I don't like their child. That's not going to work out. And I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. I mean, at the end of it, it came out that it was her mom. But, right. That's how strong I was in my belief. Whereas, okay, if your child don't like me, I don't care if we've been married 2 years. I don't care if we've been married 4 years. I'm not going to stay in this situation because I'm not going to make it uncomfortable for her. Because at the end of the day, I would rather you choose your kid. That's it. Choose your kid because I'm letting you know I'm going to.
That's the only adult thing to do is to let you. I'm not even going to allow you to choose between me and your child. I'm going to step back and I'm going to help you and aid you in getting your child help and understanding so that we can move forward, or it's not worth it and I have to go my way. Mm-hmm. Respectfully.
Yeah, that's how it was. I mean, we all got therapy. We talked it out. It is what it is. And it really was just a situation where her mom was all up in there. But, the fact that we worked it out and our relationship grew stronger because, like I said, we done been through the whole cheating thing. That didn't break us up. We done been through, we come from different worlds. That didn't break us up. Me hollering and screaming like a crazy bitch. That didn't break us up. So, but the child thing was, I felt like that was a breaking point for the both of us. And we came together stronger because of the situation where he seen what kind of woman I was by saying, hey, no, you choose your child and you help your child, and I'll do whatever I can to help your child, but I'm not going to stay in the picture because she doesn't want me there. And when she does, I will come back. And so he's seen what kind of woman he was dealing with if he didn't already know before. So it made us stronger. It made our whole entire family stronger.
Mm-hmm. That's so when everything melded back together and everything came back together and it was like you look up and it was the ideal picture of what you wanted, right? Mm-hmm. Was it ever a point where as though things got rocky again and you instead of you standing your ground or remaining firm on something, you backed up off it just for the sake of keeping the relationship at peace?
No.
Okay.
No. Because I looked at it once we mended things and I came back to the table, I let him know, hey, I'm the woman of the house. This is under my roof. I am her mom. These 3 girls in this house. These are my girls. These are my princesses, and I'm raising queens. So if that's the case, I'm going to raise them up how I see fit. You interject and you can be my support, or when we close the doors, you can let me know if I'm wrong on some shit. but we need to be, banded together. We need to be a unit on this.
Right, facts.
And I went to her and I said, hey, look, you call me mommy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm your mother. When your mom isn't here, I am not here to take her place and push her completely out. I'm here to assist her in helping you be the best woman you can be. I'm here to make sure that you're not in the crack house and you're not in the hoe house. When once I've accomplished that goal, I'm good to go. I love you to death, but I'm not going to break my back. I'm not going to break my back.
Let me ask you this. On the flip side of things, because you do have children with other individuals, you do have another child with a different individual, because you got 3 all together. You got one by yourself, one with your husband, right?
Mm-hmm.
And your husband bring one too, right? So y'all got 3 all together, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, correct. So being as though you do have a child with another person, does it ever get to the point where as though I want to say the other parents get involved in the situation, and from your end though?
No.
Okay. All right. And what about this? If the shoe was on the other foot and you had to share your womanhood with another woman in your space like that with your children, how would you react? Like if you had to deal with your child calling maybe someone else, not even necessarily that child's father's spouse or whatever, but just someone else. How would you deal with your child sharing your motherhood or your womanhood with another woman?
I mean, I would totally be okay with it. I'm like this. If you're aiding in the raising of my child, then many blessings to you, because it takes a village to raise up a kid. It's not any one person. It's not any one woman. It's not any one man. They need plenty. They need a plethora of examples to be a well-rounded individual. So if you want to come in and you want to give my child another positive example of what a woman is, and they can see what it is to unite and work together. I mean, my mom and my stepmother did that for me. They helped me plan my wedding. They were there when I gave birth to my first child. Like, they did that for me. So another woman comes in and they want to do that with me for my kids, then I welcome it. Right. I welcome it.
Yeah. No, that's dope though, because a lot of women don't take that position, and they don't understand that it take a village to raise a child. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of men out here that's fighting to be fathers, and I don't think that's a fight that should have to be fought. I'm one of them. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot of men out here it's a lot of women out here fighting for support for their children. And I don't think that's a fight that should be fought, that should have to be fought. It doesn't even really make sense. All you got to do is just try. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of circumstances and situations that can stop a person from getting where they need to get at. But at the same time, God ain't going to place no burden on us no greater than we could bear. We know what's up. We know what's up. We're going to get it until we can't get it, right? I want to check this comment out before we go to this next topic. They think you Meek Mill's sister. They said you way too intelligent. Shout out to Meek and his sister. I'm pretty sure they're intelligent too. Now Boogie got a business. He got a clothing business, and Meek got everything he got going on. But shout out to them. Is there such thing as privacy in marriage?
Yes, I think it should be. I think there should be some separation.
In what capacity?
I feel like there should be some things that you have for yourself. The friends that you have, the places you go, the things that you do. Like I have a private bank account. My husband has a private bank account, and then we have a joint bank account. I mean, I keep my money and I give him, whatever I can to contribute to the house, or I buy stuff for the house. It just, I feel like there should be some type of level of privacy. I think people forget that even though you join together to become one, you're still an individual, and you should still maintain that so that you don't damage your relationship.
How much privacy is too much privacy?
Look, I think if you turn over in the middle of the night to check some messages, then that's too much privacy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm thinking, what I'm trying to figure out is, all right, so boom, and I mean, everybody has to have their respective space. I get it, right? I don't know. I don't think privacy even becomes an issue unless trust is an issue.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't even think privacy. If it's trust, because I'm trying to figure it out. Like, if trust is not an issue in a relationship at all, I don't even think privacy would be an issue. I think privacy becomes an issue. I think that's probably a sign of an unhealthy relationship. When you think about it, the need for privacy, and the need to intrude on someone's privacy, the need to establish those boundaries. I think that if those things exist, then at that point, that's a sign of unhealthy relationship. Let me take this comment right here. See what this is. It's over if we deep in. What is over if we deep in? What she mean? It's over. I get it. I get it now. She's saying basically, if they, I don't know what she's saying. I think she's saying it's over if we deep in. Oh, she said no. I'm high.
Privacy's over.
High shady.
You saying if we deep in, there's no privacy.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah, I was high shit. I'm reading it right. Wait, what? I stopped at the question mark. What made me think? I don't even know what the fuck happened 3 minutes ago. I'm
He
like,
needs
what?
some milk.
Yeah, what? Shit, I'm like, Brina tripping. I'm like, it's over. We deep, and I'm thinking about diving over deep on the other side of the bed for the phone. I bugged out. I ain't know. I left this earth just now. I was not here. Shady was gone.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
Thank you. I say I'm an inspiration. I appreciate you guys. Hey, listen, we passed that hour and 45-minute mark. I got to give my family their time. Cassandra got to give her family their time, and you guys have to give your family your time. We're not going to let the social media shit destroy us. We're not going to let it destroy our families. We're not going to let it deter us from achieving our goals. We could be entertained by it, but we're not going to be so enthralled by it that we immobilized by it, all right? So we're going to do what we need to do. Y'all give me a brief second. I'm going to come back. I'm going to let Cassandra go and say what she need to say. Y'all can expect her every other night at this time, 9 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And if y'all think I didn't do my research to say all that in one breath without fucking it up, stop playing. Y'all should give me a round of applause for that.
Did that.
I'm going to go ahead and let Cass get at y'all, man. And I'm going to go ahead and move myself out. Just let me know when you're done.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for having me again, Shady. I really appreciate it. And this has been a blast. You guys can follow me on Instagram, Cassandra_Shade. I'm also on Facebook, same handle, Cassandra Shade. I'm going to have some projects coming out soon. So just look for me on here or look for me on Instagram. Love you guys. You guys are truly dope. Appreciate you.
I'm back. It's my dope co-host. So listen, man, you guys make sure you check me out every day, and it's on the AM side of things. So I ain't even do the research on this one. So it's my wake and bake. I'm 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So I'm gonna get up. It's gonna be 10 p.m. I'm at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time and 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I'll be up. Y'all figure that shit the fuck out, man, when y'all see them notifications, man. Y'all acting crazy. I'm out of here, man. Stick around for the commercials. Chill out. Relax. I'm back, mother suckers. Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the peace out, y'all, man. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all, all y'all for coming out tonight.